first down. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cephas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Got the quick pass. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Colorado! And they jump on top. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
To be aggressive, it's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they're trying to add insult to injury.
He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy.
And he's still trying to get away, and he will not. Oh, what a terrible play. Where did he think he was going? And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Makes the grab at the 10. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Off play action. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Steps away to find some room. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Dances away. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 8th.
Yo, start the game, pussy ass bitch. Run it up.
Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I love the play call. First play of the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the pass. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Looking to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up. The give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
Trying to barge their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? Fourth down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for this thing.
And off from the shotgun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Still on his feet at the 45. He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside, man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback, looks like a running back, chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Counterplay is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on the wheels.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
This is such a frustrating feeling. When you got a defense that drops back, takes away all the immediate options, does a really good job with the first play, the pass play, but then you got a quarterback that just pulls it down, easily gets the first down. I just don't know how you stop a guy like this.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a big in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
He looks that one in nicely.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Quickly complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
To throw, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, no, you're asking for an interception.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Makes the grab over the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Boston College right back to the line.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
To run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. He wants it all. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on down.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And now on third down after that last run. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking to scramble. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Run it with the fullback. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on fourth.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air. It's Jennings. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So the big blitz on third and almost unmanageable now leaves them in fourth and pretty much impossible.
Perfect job by the defense, being aggressive, taking advantage of a known passing situation, catching the offense a little bit off guard. Maybe they thought they were going to play a little bit more conservative, but the blitz gets home and they get the quarter.
Snags it down the right side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go.
Boston College, 0.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and he lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it. And that was a great call. First down.
And the Golden Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He wants a big play here late. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw it big? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Late in the game with the lead, the defense obviously knows here the offense is going to have to try and throw it. Nice job in the back end there, not just in coverage, but almost picking that football off. That was a game changer.
Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This offense thrives on those big explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the fourth.
That's cool. All I need is 14 seconds.
5-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown.
That shit too easy. That shit too easy.
Exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out.
Yo, overall good as fuck too. What you talking about?
Flawless execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff.
We ain't get no touchdowns till 4th.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
All right, good
No
game,
more
bro.
room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another